Hello and welcome to one and all. I am Miss Premal Popat and today we are going to start with the chapter Heat, and this is a topic from 7th Standard Science textbook. Today we'll be starting with the first module of the chapter Heat, and in this module we'll be studying about the properties of heat and its uses. Also we'll be studying about the transfer of heat and its types. So let's begin with the chapter. On the screen we see four images. Okay, so in the first image, which is on the left top of the screen, we can see there is a vessel on the gas and the gas stove is on. There is water in this vessel and the water is boiling. Okay, first the water is boiling with the help of this gas stove, and over here in the second image we can see that there are boys sitting around a fire. That's a bonfire. So basically they are taking the warmth of this fire because it's very cold. This happens during the winter season. So during this season people tend to light the wood and they sit around it and take the warmth of it just to heat the body. In the third picture we can see that the girl, she is not feeling well and she is high on fever. Also she has cough. So that means her body temperature is high due to the fever. And in the fourth example we can see that there is water in the glass with ice cubes, and we can see the droplets of water on the outer surface of this glass, as we can see in this picture. Now there are water droplets because of the change in temperature. The temperature around the glass is less compared to the ice, and that is why water droplets are formed on the outer surface of the glass. So in these four examples, what do we understand? We understand that there is some sort of heat energy used. In the first example, heat energy is used to boil the water. In the second one, people or the small kids, they are taking the warmth of this fire to increase their body temperature because it's cold outside. The girl is not feeling well, that is, her body temperature is high, and due to the heat outside, the water is there is water droplets on the surface, that is the outer surface of the water. So these are all the properties of heat energy. In some way, in all this example, properties of heat energy are shown, that is, heat energy is involved in some or the other way. On the screen we see two images. In the first image we can see that a person is frying sweets or jalebi, we can say. So he is making use of a big spoon, and at the end of the spoon there is a cloth which is attached to the spoon, and then with the help of a cloth the person will move the spoon into the frying pan. Okay, so what happens over here? We know that some metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. So over here steel is a good conductor of electricity. Now this oil which is inside this big pan, it is very hot. Okay, and in this way the heat can be transferred from this hotter oil to the steel spoon, and he is making use of a cloth tied at the end of this big spoon so that he will be able to rotate the things which are inside the hot oil. So basically we can see that the heat can be transferred from one object to another. So with the help of this cloth he is saving his hand from getting burned. Okay, so if he doesn't use a cloth at the end of this big spoon, so what will happen? He will burn his hand because of the heat energy. The heat energy flows from hot object to cool object. So it will flow from the spoon to his hand. Now over here in second picture we can see again a pan is kept on the stove and we light the stove. So things are cooking in this pan. So when you touch your hand directly, sometimes also when we try to cook, when we are in a hurry, directly we just go to grab the pan or the vessel which is kept on the gas stove. So this is dangerous. We always should avoid being in a hurry when we are boiling things. Also over here we can see that this person has burnt his hand because he touched his hand directly to the pan. He didn't use any means to save his hand. So over here we can see that the heat energy is transferred from an hotter object to cooler object. Okay. So in the next slide we'll be studying about the definition of the heat energy. Generally the heat energy is the flow of heat energy. So basically heat is nothing but the flow of energy from an hotter object to cooler objects. So let us understand in detail about this heat energy. So what exactly is this heat energy or simply heat? So heat is form of energy flowing from one body of the matter to another spontaneously due to the temperature difference. Now in the previous slide we saw that many examples of heat energy. Now the water was able to be boiled because of the heat energy which was transferred from gas stove to the vessel, that is the water. Okay. Now the children were making themselves warm. That means there was a continuous or spontaneous heat transfer from the fire to their body, and in this way they were able to warm themselves. Okay. Now similarly there were water droplets outside the surface of the water because of the temperature difference. So basically heat is nothing but a form of energy which is heat energy that is flowing from one matter to another or from one body to another. Why the heat energy is flowing? It is due to the temperature difference. Heat from a hotter object is flowing to the cooler object. Now the characteristic of heat. Heat always transferred from body of higher temperature to a body of lower temperature, or heat flows spontaneously from a hotter body to cooler body. Always we see that the transfer of heat energy is from a higher temperature body to a lower temperature. The one which is more heated, it transfers its energy to the other object. Over here on the screen we can see that this red color part is a hotter object and this blue color part is a cooler object. So there is a transfer of heat from hotter object to cooler object. So this is the characteristic of heat energy. The transfer of heat energy is always from hotter object to cooler object. Now what are the effects of heat energy? When body is heated, various types of physical and chemical changes takes place. So when a body is heated, that means there is a transfer of heat energy from hotter object to cooler object. There are changes in the physical and chemical properties of an object. Now what are the physical changes? First, there is change in temperature. Now when there is transfer of heat from a temperature of higher body to the temperature of lower body, there is change in temperature, right? On adding heat to body, its temperature will increase. So but natural, when you are adding heat to a cooler body, the temperature of the cooler body will increase, and on the removal of heat from body, its temperature decrease. That means when the heat is taken from the hotter body, the temperature of the hotter body will decrease. Okay, so there is a temperature difference between both the bodies. Change of state. The second physical change is the change of state. On addition or removal of heat to or from body, there is change in the state of body. Now change in the state as in from solid to liquid and liquid to gas and vice versa and so on. So basically change of ice to water on addition of heat. Now when the ice is heated, the solid form will take the liquid form. Ice is converted to water. And when again the water is heated, the liquid form will be converted to gaseous form. So there is change of state on addition or removal of heat. Thermal expansion. The phenomena of expansion of matter on heating. Generally the matter is expanded when it is heated. So this is known as thermal expansion of the matter. So these three are the physical changes which occurs in the body when there is transfer of heat. Now the chemical changes are on heating reactant make many case chemical changes takes place. Now basically when the body is heated, chemical changes also takes place in that body. So these are the physical and chemical changes, that is the effects of heat. Temperature. So what is the temperature? It is the measure of the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. Now temperature, we say that temperature is increased and temperature has decreased. So that means the hotness or the coldness of the object increases or decreases based on the temperature of an object. Now the temperature of something will tell us how cold or how hot is the object. Okay. Now over here this person is wearing sweater because the temperature is low. Now this person is not feeling well, that means the temperature is high. And to measure the temperature of a body, thermometers are used. It will give you the exact reading of an object. The next part is the transfer of heat. That means how the heat is transferred from hotter object to cooler object. So heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body of lower temperature. This is transfer of heat. Heat is transferred in three different ways. They are conduction, convection and radiation. We will be studying about conduction, convection and radiation in detail. So over here in this picture we can see that the heat flows from a hotter object to a cooler object. Now this heat flow can occur in three ways. The first one is the conduction, the second one is the convection and the third one is the radiation. And these three ways are the types of transfer of heat. Let us understand in detail about conduction. Now for conduction, the apparatus needed for the experiment are bars of stainless steel, aluminium and copper. So there are three bars of stainless steel, aluminium and copper. We need a candle, burner, pins, tripod stand, etc. So what is the procedure of this experiment? Take stainless steel or iron, copper and aluminium bars, each about 30 centimeter long, having the same shape. So these three over here, these long strips are the bars of stainless steel, copper and aluminium respectively. Apply wax spots with the help of a candle at a 2 centimeter of distance from each other on all the three bars. So over here this green color spots here, these are the second line of spots, this is the third, fourth and fifth. So these are the spots of wax and you have to put it 2 centimeter away on each bar. Stick a pin in each of the spots so that it is upright. Now these are the pins stuck upright on this wax spots. Now this wax spots are put because they will secure the pin in an upright position. Now insert the ends of all three bars into the flame at the same time. So we are going to insert this ends of this bars on the flame, that is burner. We have to keep burner below this 3 bars and we have to just observe what happens when the 3 bars are heated. So this is the procedure of conduction. What do you see? From which bar do the pins start falling first and why? Now the pins will fall from all the 3 bars. But why they will fall? Because of the wax. When the 3 bars are heated, the wax will melt, and due to this melting wax the pins will fall. Now we will have to understand and know that from which bar the pin will fall first and which pins will fall first, that is which side of the pin will fall first. So pins fall starting from the end of the bar which is near the burner. Now over here on the screen we see the image. Okay, now in this image the pins which are attached with help of wax near the bar which is heated, these pins will fall first. Why? Because they are closer to the that part of the bar which is being heated, and later on other pins will fall. So this part will first get heated and slowly the heat will be transferred to the rest of the bar. That means pins fall which are close to the burner and then the later pins will fall. It means the transfer of heat takes place from hot end of the bar to the cold end. Now initially all the 3 bars were cold. Okay. As soon as the burner is kept below the 3 bars, this part got heated. Okay. And slowly the heat was transferred from this hot part of the bars to the colder part. So we can see that the heat is transferred or always transferred from the hotter object to the colder ones. It is seen from this experiment. This transfer of heat from the hot part of an object to the cold part is called the conduction of heat. Now when there is a heat transfer from hot part of the object to the cold part, now over here the burner gives its heat energy to the bar, right? So basically there is a transfer of heat from hot part of the object to the cold part. Also one end of the bar gives its heat energy to the other end. So that means there is a transfer of heat from hot to cold part of an object. This is known as conduction of heat, transfer of heat from hot part of an object to the colder ones. Now we have to make sure that from which bar do the pins start falling first. The pins will fall from the copper bar first. Why? Because copper is a good conductor of electricity. Due to few properties of copper, that means due to this good properties of heat, we know that copper is a good conductor of electricity and heat. That is why it will conduct heat faster compared to the steel bar. Okay, compared to the steel bar and aluminium bar. Copper will first, the pins from the copper bar will start falling first, second will be the aluminium bar, and the last will be the steel bar. Okay, so from this we make out that the heat is conducted quickly through copper. That means due to the properties of this copper substance, it is able to conduct heat faster, and the pins from the copper will fall first, preceding by aluminium and steel. Now how this conduction of heat takes place? It takes place through a solid substance, right? So that means for conduction of heat a medium is required. Okay, always for conduction of heat a medium is required. In this way the heat can be conducted from hot part of an object to the colder part. So this is the conduction of heat, the first way in which the heat can be transferred. So this was all about the first module, and in this module we studied about the heat energy, its properties, and also the effects of heat energy. Also we studied the ways of transfer of heat energy, and in the next module we will be continuing with the transfer of heat. Thank you so much for your attention.